Hi, kids. It's your Lord. What's up? How you do for Halloween? Got a lot of candy? I had a lot of candy, but not too many people came. I ended up eating it all. It's not good. I can't eat chocolate. I break out. Plus, I'm trying to lose weight. Well, what have it? I end up eating it all. Well, Christmas time coming up. Santa Claus coming. That's supposed to be me, you know. Santa Claus. I saw a no. I got a book. I took some pictures. I posted of a giant mailbox in the North Pole. Everybody sends their letters to Santa Claus and they go there. And the mailbox is like 20 feet high and it's full of letters. And if I ever come back to your world, I'm going to get all those letters and read them and then send all the toys to all the people that requested toys. Yeah. All the people that sent letters to Santa Claus, they all ended up in that giant mailbox. I'm going to go get that mailbox, all the letters in there, and send toys to all the people. Those people are probably all grown up now. Imagine that. Well, they probably already moved, so it'll probably be hard to send them toys. But I have to use my magic powers and find out where they moved to. So what else is going on, kids? How you doing in school? Don't believe anything those people tell you. When you go to school, just do the best you can to make your parents happy, but don't believe anything they tell you. It's all lies. It's a bunch of liars. So just go along, you know, so you don't get in trouble. And then but don't believe anything they tell you. All right? What else? So this is a family-friendly video. Hi, parents, if you're watching this with your kids. Kids, I'll say again, don't be mad at your parents. They don't let you watch my videos because my language is really bad and I talk about a lot of scary stuff. So, I told you, don't pay attention to the news because it's not true. You know, it's not true. All the news is just made to scare you. They want you scared. You know, there's no death. Okay? Don't be scared to die because there's no death. You just wake up in like another world, you know. Because I got murdered a million times and I'm sitting here talking to you. The enemy murdered me millions of times. I died every death. Stabbed, burned to death, thrown off cliffs, shot in the head, shot here, shot there. And I'm sitting here talking to you, so there's no death, all right? So don't be scared of death. Don't be scared of death. And when you're really young and you see monsters in your closet or monsters under your bed, and you tell your parents, Mommy, there's a monster under my bed, and your mother tells you, there's nothing under there. Go to sleep. You actually see stuff because your spiritual sight is open. Your parents can't see anything. They don't see what you see because they ate and drank so much poison that they can't see anymore. You know, but if you're real young and you see stuff, you really see it, but it's not in your world. It's in another world. They can't harm you. You know, you can see them, but they can't bother you. You know, they just come to look at you. That's all. So don't be scared. Remember, don't be scared of anything, you know. If you see a monster, tell them, "Hi, monster. I'm going to sleep now. You go sleep over there." All right? They're not going to harm you, you know. There is some life forms that feed off our fear. You know, that's why the news, that's why everything's designed to put you in fear. So don't be scared, you know, because it's all lies. Everything's a lie. Nobody tell you the truth. I'm the only one's going to come tell you the truth. Maybe your parents, you know. But the truth is a funny thing because there's never really totally any truth. You just reach a point of truth, and then what happens? Guess what happens? You find out it's not really true. And then you reach another point of truth, and you find out, guess what? It's not really true. Then you find out another, you know what I mean? But, you know, it has some truth, you know. I do the best I can and tell you the truth about, you know, all the hard work I put in, what I found out, you know. And if anyone could tell you the truth, it should be me, because I've been around a long time, you know. So there's no death, kids. There's no past, there's no present. It's only what you know is right this second, and then what you know in the next second, and then what you know in the next second. That's it. So anybody that comes along and says, well, in my past life I was such and such, that's not really true, because you're still living that life, you know. You're just in another world. All right, kids? And another thing the media does, they show you news that's happening in other worlds. It's not your world. You're not in that world. You know, that's another world. But they don't tell you that because they want to confuse you. You know, that's why I said in the Bible, when I wrote the Bible and everything, that we fight against principalities and spirits of the air. What is that? Well, that's the media. That's what it is. What's the principalities? Well, CBS, ABC, Fox. They're principalities, you know. They're principal news, mainstream media outlets that tell you a bunch of lies, you know. And they have to tell you lies because they're under threats, you know. I'm sure there's a lot of news people that go to work and say, damn, I hate lying to everybody, but, you know, you got some races that hide in other worlds that tell everybody that if you don't do what we tell you, we're going to kill you, you know, or we're going to do this to you, or we're going to do that to you. So the people are all scared, you know. And then they tell them that we're going to come out and, you know, do this to the people and blah, blah, blah. So that's why everybody does the things they do, because they're scared, you know, of what could happen to them, you know. Because all these people are scared of death too, because they don't know there's no death, you know. There's no death. No death. Enemy came and blew my brains out. I'm sitting here talking to you, so how could there be death? I'm living proof there's no death. You know. So, nobody wants to tell you about me because they don't want this truth out there that there's no death, because they want to keep scaring you. You know. So you gotta be smart. You're the new generation, so don't fall for the okie doke, you know. Your parents will tell you, no, it's not true. Whatever your parents know, whatever they believe because they've been programmed to believe that. But now you're young, you know, you got a new choice, you know. Say, well, I go to school, they tell me a bunch of lies, and why do you think they make you go to school? Why do you think school is so long? All these hours in school. The school is not to teach you anything true. It's just to teach you to do what you're told. That's all it is. It's not to teach you anything true. Everything's a lie. They lie. Everything they tell you is a lie. And then most of the stuff they teach you, you'll never use when you leave school. So it's really just a huge waste of time, really. But that's the way society's created, that if you don't go to school, then what happens? Then they use that as an excuse to take you away from your parents, so you have to go to school. You know, they made everything that way. But I'm changing everything. All that shit's going to come to an end because I told the world a lot of truth about the schools, the churches, and the hospitals and everything. So the people are going to, eventually information is going to leak out there, and then anybody with half a brain is going to listen to me, you know. Well, most people are not going to be able to accept the information because they're too, like, all the people got turned into zombies. You know, basically they're just zombies, just totally programmed, you know. That's why you really shouldn't watch television because, well, television, what is television? Tell-a-lie vision. They're telling you lies. Television, tell-a-lie vision. They're telling you lies. But what's television programming? They're programming you. They're brainwashing you. And what is it? It's half truth, you know. All myth is rooted in truth. So there's truth in there, you know. Like Hollywood tells you the truth. Well, they added some crazy stuff on, you know, on the side to make you believe it's fantasy, but there's truth hidden in there, you know. What is everything? Everything is half truth. It's enough truth for you to listen and some bullshit on the side, you know. So just know all this, you know. Don't think, believe, don't assume, know, you know. Don't think, just be. Be like a bystander, you know. Someone comes to you and they try to piss you off. And what's going to happen after they piss you off? Well, you're going to punch them in the face and you're going to get in trouble. And guess what? The person that came along and pissed you off is going to walk away. And whatever they did to you will seem meaningless. And you'll be the one who's in trouble. All right? There's no such thing as disrespect. It's just an extension of your overextended ego and your unrighteous pride. There's no such thing as disrespect. It does not exist. Okay? But what happens is, you know, if you're part of an organization that runs a city block or, you know, is in charge of some sort of territory, you have to live by these codes, because if you don't, then you're, you know, as everyone believes there is such a thing as respect, that you'll be shaming the rest of your organization, you know. So, you know, if you sign up for this type of organization, then you have to live by that code. So that's, you know, that's that, you know. But really, in reality, there's no such thing as disrespect. So what else? Well, I'm just trying to wake up the world, you know, that's what I'm doing. And I'm trying to get back to your world. You know, I don't have any help here. I don't have any money, and I can barely survive, and I managed to get an apartment, you know, so I managed to get an apartment, so at least I got a place to live. I'm not homeless anymore at the moment. I was homeless for a lot of years, you know. Every time I got there's some bad people out there, they're called gang stalker people. And every time I got a car, they destroyed it. They crashed into it on purpose. They sabotaged it. They did something. So they try to make my life as miserable as possible. They don't want me to have a car. They don't want me. Every time I got a girlfriend, they went and paid her to turn against me and to betray me. So that's why it's hard for me to have a girlfriend, because every girlfriend I get, the enemy gets them and turns them against me, you know. So I ended up by myself, you know. What else? They, you know, did a lot of bad stuff to me, you know. Let me say this. If you have any kind of bad memories that you don't understand about something that happened to you in a church or in a hospital or in a school, and your mind is telling you that it couldn't never have happened, that it's not true. Let me tell you something. It's true. Okay? It's true. These people are bad people. The people that run the churches, the schools, and the hospitals, well, there's really no such thing as good or bad, but these people are non-productive people. They work against humanity. Okay? And that's why they force you to go to school, so you're at their mercy all those hours, you know. And then if your parents try to homeschool you, then they use that as ammunition to try to take you away from your parents. So I'm trying to get you out of school, you know, because these people are just monsters. The people running the schools are monsters. People running the hospitals are monsters, and the people running the churches are monsters. They're just completely horrible. Okay. Of course, they got the whole world brainwashed into believing that they're these great people and whatever. No, not great people. They're terrible people. Terrible. Okay, but they got the world brainwashed. So I'm trying to unbrainwash the world. You know, that's what I'm trying to do. You know. Dentist too. If you go to the dentist, be careful, you know, make sure you look and see what they're putting in your teeth, because the dentist put a chip in my tooth. They're putting chips in people's teeth so they could, you know, track your every move. They did that to me, you know. I got one in my tooth now. So they did that to me. So the dentists are pretty horrible monster people too, you know. So be careful when you go to the dentist, you know. If you get a cavity filled, make sure you look and see, what is this balky putting in my tooth, you know? Okay, you're young, okay? You don't have to fall victim to the same, you know, crap that your parents fell victim to. Okay, you can be a step ahead of them, you know? Now your parents are basically a lost cause because they're all brainwashed and, you know, they got, not a lost cause, but it's harder for them to wake up, you know? You're still young, so you're still, you're impressionable, you know. You're impressionable. So just because you go to school and some jerk is telling you a bunch of garbage, lies, doesn't mean you have to believe it. Just go along with the program. Yeah, whatever you say, yeah. But just know they're full of crap, you know. You're a kid, you know, so you have to go along with the game plan, because if you fight the tide, then you're going to have problems, you know. But I'm trying to change that for you, you know. I'm trying to get you out of school and, you know, hopefully your parents can, you know, teach you some real more correct information, you know. And I'm trying to, the church is no longer, okay, the church already wiped out the doctrine. There's no more church doctrine. They just a couple of days ago at the Indian Native trial protest, they annihilated the church doctrine. There's no more church. So the church has no right to even still be in existence. But they're going to keep being in existence for a lot of reasons. I'm not going to explain everything. It's too much stuff. Okay, so pretty soon there's going to be no more church, because eventually when all the information I revealed leaks out to the public, the people are going to wake up and say, what are we doing? You know, I'm trying to make things better for you, you know, and then I'm going to lead you out of here, and we're going to go safe. We're going to get out of here safe, you know. There's some earth changes coming up. But there's a way to be safe. There's a way for us to be safe, you know. I'm going to lead us out of here. If you go back in the old days, there's a guy, he's called the Dark Wise One of the Most High, does me. I'm the Dark Wise One of the Most High, you know. Like the Lamb guy or Jesus guy, that's me. I'm that guy, you know. So I'm the one who always saves the people, you know. The Mayan people I saved, the Aztec people I saved, the Nazca people I saved, all these people I saved because what do? We open up the door and we go to safety. We got to go through the sun. The sun that you see is not really it's not a burning ball. It's really a doorway, what it is. It's more than that, but we got to go through the sun and get the hell out of here. That's what we got to do, you know. So I'm going to lead you out of here, you know. Lead you out of here. And I'm willing to humble myself before all the non-constructive coalitions of the world and make some kind of compromise to, you know, establish some temporary peace and prosperity until I can provide salvation for as many people as I can, you know. And I told you there's other worlds, okay? Put an explanation, there's other worlds. You live in one world, one timeline, but everything exists at once. So you're a little kid, but you live a lot of lives. So the life that you lived before you were born, you're still living it, but you over here. Now you over here. Now, when I was a kid, growing up in Glastonbury and Hartford and East Hartford and places I grew up, there was a commercial and it said, all roads lead to Blonders. And what was the wisdom to the commercial? Well, all roads lead to Blonders means all timelines come to one point, you know. Now you got a bunch of people that are doing good work, you know, they're trying to, you know, engage the people in some spiritual development. They refer to it as ascension, you know, which, yeah, is ascension process. But you can't just make nuclear power plants just disappear into thin air. I don't believe, you know, because nuclear power it's involved with elements that are just, they're part of your reality. You can't just make them disappear, you know, so that your electricity that you take for granted, your lights, your television, whatever you want, you know, whatever you're doing, okay, you know, don't take that for granted because that can go off, you know. The water that you go to the faucet and get water, that can go off. Can go off. You'll have no water. You'll have no lights, you know. So don't just go blindly through your life thinking that everything's all goody-goody. No, it's not, you know. People should be prepared. I got like 40 gallons, at least 40 gallons of water right now. You know, if the water goes off, I'm straight. I got water for last me for a little while. And I could sell each gallon for probably at least $100 if I had to. You know, people are going to pay $100 for a gallon of water because there's going to be nowhere to get water, you know. Well, hopefully it's not going to happen, but it's a possibility, you know. So don't just wander through your life thinking everything's all goody-goody and take everything for granted, you know. Be grateful for what you got, you know, and realize that it can be taken away from you, you know. It can be taken away quite easily. All these people that drive their cars to the gas station and get gas and put it in there, they think there's always going to be gas and everything's always going to be goody-goody. These people are in zombie world, you know. They don't have to go around and shut off all the gas stations one by one and go to Muhammad, then go to Abdul's place, and then go to this guy's place and that guy's place and shut off the gas. They're all connected to relay systems. They just flick switches and all the gas stations go off, you know. Boom. There's no more gas. You know, because there'll be no more electricity and the pumps won't work and everything else. So, you know, you got a lot of people that are just going through life thinking everything's all goody-goody. And they're just really totally mistaken, you know. So you're young, okay? So I'm your Lord, okay? I'm coming to tell you what time it is, what's going on, you know. Say, yeah, my Lord told me this stuff, and I'm going to listen to my Lord. You know, I'm your Lord, okay? Never mind what they call me, Jesus, whoever. Never mind. There's no title that could define me. I've lived as so many people. I was John F. Kennedy. I was Adolf Hitler. I was Napoleon. I was Akhenaten, I was this guy, I was that guy. All these people, I never left you. I keep living over and over and over. I come in your world, I live there, I try to wake you up, and then the enemy kills me, and then I die, and then I come back again, and then I try to wake you up again, then the enemy finds me and kills me again, then I come back again. That's what I've been doing. I'm trying to wake you up, basically dying for your love. But what happens is nobody ever finds faith in me because nobody ever reveals me, because nobody wants the people to know that there's no death, because they want to keep you in fear, you know. So now you're young, you know, and you got this information. So don't fall for the okie doke. Say, well, my parents might be a little unlearned about a few things, but it doesn't mean I have to be, you know. It's not your parents' fault, you know. Let me tell you something. Inside the middle of your brain, there's a little gland. It's called the pineal gland, okay? And when they tell you this lie that fluoride is good for your teeth, okay, let me tell you what's in your toothpaste. When they go and clean chimneys out from factories with chemicals and all the crap that comes down, and they get it in a big tank and they do something to it, and then whatever they take out of that tank is considered toxic waste, okay? That's fluoride. That's what's in your toothpaste, and that's what they put in your water. That's why you should not be using water that comes out of the tap for anything. You should be drinking bottled water. I don't use the water for nothing. Absolutely nothing. Nothing. If it's not purified, I don't use it. I don't bathe in it. I got a filter and I take a bath in filtered water, regular clean water that's been filtered. I brush my teeth with the water that I filter. The only thing I use the water for is to wash my dishes, but it evaporates, so it's not really, you're not really imbibing it too much, you know. But you see, your parents don't know that. Your parents believe that fluoride is good for you, that it's good for your teeth. That's just an illusion. That's just a bunch of nonsense. It's not good for your teeth. They put it in the toothpaste because it gets in your gums, because your gums suck up stuff real good, you know. That's not the correct terminology, but maybe you'd understand better. See, that's why it's hard for me, guys, you know, you kids, for me to talk to you, because I'm so upset, you know, about the way things are, that I have so much that I want to tell you. I don't want to scare you, you know. I don't want to contribute to the fear, you know. But you got to be strong, you know. Before you came into this world, okay, before you were born, because I told you, you're still living the last life you live, you're still living it right now. You're just in another world, you're living a different life. But you're still living. All roads lead to blinders, okay? So, before you came into this world, you told me, you said, my Lord, I'll go, you know. I told you, said, well, they're going to persecute you, and they're going to do all this horrible stuff to you, and you're basically going to be in a prison, you know. You sure you want to go? And you say, yeah, I'll go, Lord, I'll go for you, you know. So you made me that promise, you know. So no matter all these people, you know, do horrible stuff to you, whatever, know that you're doing it for me, you know. And I never left you. I'm still here. I'm just in another timeline, you know. All right? So just know that I'm inside your heart. Inside your body, there's DNA, okay? That's what you're made up of, right? DNA. And inside the DNA is a secret code. And my name is written in there. So I'm inside you. And then all the bad, well, there's no such thing as good or bad, but if there was bad, all the bad people that run the world, they cannot figure out how to take me out of that DNA. They want to erase me out of there, and that's why they, you know, they change corn. They genetically manipulate corn and wheat and stuff like that, because they're trying to erase me from your DNA. They don't want me in your DNA. They hate me because I'm righteous and they're dirtbags. All right? So they want to turn you into a dirtbag like them.